afternoon to see this county under-21 B hurling final between Borris-Ileigh and Upperchurch Drombane. Well, if we were to play it in the middle of summer, we wouldn't have an idea of the conditions. Absolutely no wind, splendid sunshine, and shortly now I'm sure a huge crowd will be gathering. We're a little over 10 or 12 minutes away from the throw-in, and both sides eagerly awaiting both sides having had a hard-fought campaign to get to this final, and naturally enough, one or other of them will have the cup going home tonight.
Well, Phil, who's going to win?
Borris-Ileigh, of course.
Mary?
Borris-Ileigh by 5 times.
In beside each other, lads.
They're almost ready for this county under-21 B hurling final to start. Borris-Ileigh playing, and the first pull, and a tremendous pull it is, gets Borris right into the attack straight away. Right inside there, Trevor Groves in with a chance for an opening score for Borris. He saved inside by the goalkeeper somehow, saved inside there by Tony Buck. And it's gone in, it's a goal in the opening 20 seconds for Borris-Ileigh. Well, what a tonic start. Referee John Ryan from Cashel writing it into the book. Tony Buck prepares. Well, his first taste of the action has been an absolute disaster for the Churches. It's gone into the net, and it's a goal, the opening score for Borris-Ileigh. Borris playing now with the sun in their back as Tony Burke comes up to take this puck out now for Upperchurch. Pucks it out right out into the centre of the field, dropping it past the Borris-Ileigh 65-metre line. Away, and now comes Sean Maher for Borris-Ileigh, setting up another attack, dropping into the full forward line there. Got the hands there. I'm Ryan cleared out somehow for Upperchurch. So he only breaks back as far as Mackerbeat goes to the ground. Still holds on to being surrounded and fouled there by number of Upperchurch there. So it's going to be a free in and another chance for Borris to go further in front. Mark's going to take this free himself. Almost straight in front of the goals and about 40 yards out from the post. Mark Risey now hits it high and straight and all the way over the bar for Borris' second score after just over a minute of play. It's Borris-Ileigh 1-1, Upperchurch Drombane, no score. Meanwhile, the umpire just going in there to collect the ball. The referee just checking with a number of players out in the centre of the field as Tony Buck prepares now to come up and take this puck out. Here comes Tony now, trying this side this time, dropping out into the centre of the field. Blackwood pull there, and Robertson pulled a number, Michael Ryan pulling out there for Borris-Ileigh, comes back into once again. John Ryan pulled, and John Keane pulling out there, sending out over the first time it's gone out, and it's going to be a line ball for Borris-Ileigh. Aidan Cohn to take this line ball for Borris-Ileigh. Almost dead straight in the centre of the field. Aidan trying to find the best vantage point on the surface. As here he comes now, hits it low, up and on in the direction there. It comes out Robbie Station. Robbie Station, quick delivery right over to that far side. We're going after it now. It's Macrobeat. Macrobeat is about to be tackled by Tim Ryan. He'll surround him. Macrobeat shoots and sends it over the bar, but Borris further in front. It's Borris 1-2, and certainly Upperchurch have been hit by a whirlwind in the early stages. There's 2.5, 3 minutes gone, and it's 1-2 to no score. And for a lot of some of the Upperchurch players, and particularly in the full forward line, they haven't actually touched the ball yet. As Tony Buck's puck out goes right out, dropping in the Borris 65-metre line. Back they go, knocked him, added to forward there by Robbie Statham, sending up in front. That could be an outcome, and cleared out there by Pat Leamy. Pat Leamy clearing it out, didn't get it very far. They come across Seamus Naher. Seamus Naher has enough of us. His puck is locked down now. They're going after him. Knocks away from him. He pulls down the second time, gets it, but it goes straight up to Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan throwing the ball, lets the ball go in the ground. He gets his second attempt and gets a good clearance then, setting up an attack for Upperchurch. Sean Milne, the corner forward in there. But out comes Philip Reed. Reed pulling on the first time into the where it's collected over there by Sleason. His puck goes high into that far corner, but it's stopped over there and caught beautifully there by Philip Reed. Philip Reed getting it out now. He got towards John Keane. John Keane collects it now. He loses his foot and gets up with the ball. He's tackled by 2-3 Upperchurch there, going off in a solo and looking at the post, thinking about a score now. Decides to round the man, shoots and sends it straight over the bar. A lovely score. And putting Borris 1-3 to no score. After 4 minutes of play, 1-3 to no score. Tony Buck now. Tony to take this one now. We have 2 Canes and 2 John Canes there, 1 for Upperchurch and 1 for Borris-Ileigh. As the ball puck out is added to pull on and cleared back, but it goes back straight in the number of players probably around, and it goes comes across this side of the John Keane, the Upperchurch. John Keane collects it and he sends the ball dropping in there about 30 yards out from the Borris goal. He breaks back. It comes now towards Seamus Ryan. Palms the ball outside, goes into the open space. Good tackle there. Dan Griffin there. Dan Griffin tussling for position is fouled, and it's going to be a free in for Upperchurch and their chance for their opening score. 30 yards out, rises, hits it high, it looks good, and it's all the way for the opening score for Upperchurch. After just over 5 minutes to play, it's 1-3 to 1 point. So Declan Maher to take this puck out. Here comes Declan now for his first taste of the action. And his puck out is a long one, dropping over the 65-metre line. It's not hard in anticipation, but the ball is knocked away from in there. Across from Dennis Kelly, pulls on it first time. Ball is stopped by Donald Leamy, who scoops it up along there, but going back and trying to very close to that touchline over there, which he gets in his puck and it's gone out over the touchline on that side, and it's going to be a line ball for Upperchurch. This line ball to be taken now by Seamus Griffin. Seamus. Here he comes now. It's a low into the centre. Added to, beautifully added to there. It's more like it from Upperchurch. The ball goes in there in number 30 yards, was cleared out by Philip Robbie. Half headed to by Angelo Welch in the tussle for possession. Trying to hold off a man. 2 Upperchurch men going for it together. Neither of them get it. Michael Ryan scopes it out a small bit there. Pulls on it first time. His puck is blocked down. He comes back in the by Sean Purcell, but he has the ball knocked away from him there. And Borris on the attack again. Pulled on first time there by Robbie Stafford. He has the ball knocked away, and Upperchurch setting up another attack. Aidan Cohen blocks it. Attack temporarily. It's pulled on first time there by John Keane, but it goes straight into the hands of Angelo Welch. Angelo Welch clearing the ball down to Ryan breaks to Macrobeat. Macrobeat high up into the clouds, but this one is way, way wide. He never really looked. He hit it hurriedly, and the ball goes to the left and goes wide. So the score remains 1-3 to 1 point in favour of Borris-Ileigh after 7 minutes to play. And once again, it's Tony Buck to take this puck out. Tony, who certainly has been the busier of the 2 keepers, pucking out anyway. It's a good long one again over to that far side, very close to the touchline. Max Davidson puts up his stick, going back to collect it now into his own half. Gets a good thing, it's very close, but it's gone out of the touchline, and it's going to be a line ball. It's a line ball, in fact, for Borris-Ileigh. And Max Davidson may be the one that's going to, he's not, in fact, he's leaving it. This one being left for John Cummins. John now about 55 yards out from his own post. It's a lovely stroke right into the centre in the direction of Michael Ryan. Michael Ryan has it now low into that back line towards Macrobeat again. Macrobeat out ahead there, Jim Ryan. has the ball knocked away from him, scoops it back, gets it back to Seamus Maher. Seamus Maher trying to round Seamus Griffin, succeeds in doing so. As an acute angle, crosses the ball, Lee, but the ball eventually jitters out over the end line and goes wide, so the score remains 1-3 to 1 point after 8 minutes of play. Tony, who keeps it low this time, right up the centre there, gets a good length and has added to it, about to be added to there by Seamus Ryan. Seamus Ryan has the ball knocked away from him, added to it there, going into the centre now, where Donald Leamy has it. Donald Leamy going, strikes it over his head there in towards his full forward line, and coming out, and Griffin, to face the hold at the second of the first team, but it's to Seamus Leeson. Seamus Leeson is fouled there, and it's going to be another free in, and certainly Upperchurch have settled down an awful lot more in the last few minutes than they did in the early minutes anyway. So another chance now for Donald Leamy to get his second score and Upperchurch Drombane's second score. He's free now from Donald. Should be well within his compass. Hoops it up now, hits it nice and softly and straight over the bar, bringing Upperchurch back more into it now. It's now 1-3 to 2 points. So Declan Maher will take his second puck out. It's 1-3 to 2 points, and little or no win for either side. The Sun seems to have gone in temporarily as the puck out from Declan Maher to Michael Ryan there, and Sean Postle. Sean Postle knocks it down there. Here comes in John Cummins. That's went to Michael Ryan. Michael Ryan pulls on up along into it, but out comes the head there. Pat Eames has the ball knocked away from him. It goes back straight in David Brennan. David Brennan has it now. It's hooked as he goes the way down. Pulled and sent back by Tom Ryan, but his puck goes straight back to Seamus Griffin. Seamus Griffin getting a good clearance right up the centre. Out comes the head of Marley Bates trying there, but it comes straight into Dennis Kelly. Dennis Kelly with a high dropping ball right in there, a dangerous stopping ball in there. Could go anywhere, and it breaks eventually. But with Severgoom having difficulty in picking it up, kicks it out, soccer side, out towards Seamus Maher. Seamus Maher dodges it on one tackle, then the second tackle, and then hits it high and meets it straight over the bar. A lovely piece of opportunism there by Seamus Maher, licking up the breaking ball and popping it over the bar to put it 1-4 to 2 points after 11 minutes of play. Tony Burke now with this puck out. Will he keep this one a bit higher, lobbing out into the centre? Goes John Keane goes up there now. John Keane and gets the ball ahead there one-handed, but he gets stopped. And John Ryan, but eventually is knocked away and it comes back straight into Severgoom. Severgoom has left the ball go to ground. It's knocked away by David Brennan. It goes straight back to John Keane. John Keane's shot isn't very long. It drops menacingly in there, but saved inside there by Tony Burke. And a good clearance, brilliant clearance out into the centre of the field. Pulled that, knocked down there by Postle, but it pulled and sent back there by John Cummins. Straight himself, Robbie Stakelum. Robbie Stakelum has it now, trying to get around the string. He sticks it into the open space. The open space is filled now by Trevor Gowan. Sidesteps his man, looks at the ball, sends it high, it sends it over the bar there. As despite the best efforts of David Brennan, he still pops it over the bar. So it restores Borris-Ileigh 6-point lead. It's now 1-5 to 2 points. That's Tony Burke will once again do the duties. Now Tony to take this puck out. Here he comes now. This is by far his best puck out. It's dropping well inside the Borris-Ileigh 65 metre. Aidan Core knocks it down there. Pull on, but it's still when it comes to John Keane. John Keane has it now. Thinks they're going in solo and crossing the 65 metre. Looks at the post. This is puck half locked down. Dropping it in there preciously close to that end line. Gone over the end line. And it's gone out over the end line and wide. So the score remains 1-5 to 2 points. As once again Tony Burke prepares to take the puck out. Tony Burke's puck out is way up into the clouds this time. He seems to be getting more and more length into him each time he hits him, but this one is stopped when it comes to Sean Maher. Sean Maher has it now, crossing his own 65, a delicate little ball on towards Robbie Stakelum. Robbie Stakelum hitting it into the full forward line. Ball knocked out there by David Brennan, but out comes Trevor Gowan for Borris-Ileigh. Picks it nicely. His fluke shoots, but this time it's gone off the post. The ball coming off the woodwork there and coming out into play. Hit it safely over there, but only yourself. It's eventually with Mark Reese coming in along the touchline there as the ball knocked off his stick there, and it's going to be a 65 for Borris-Ileigh. This 65 is going to be taken by Philip Rabeat. Philip now has popped over some great frees during the season for Borris, hoping that he can add another one to his tally on this occasion. Now Philip rides it now. It's high. It's holding well. It looks good. It's straight and it's through and it's all the way over. It's 1-6 to 2 points. Borris stretched their lead to 7 points now. After 17 minutes of play or so in the first half, and it's Tony Burke with this puck out. Tony's puck out is another long one. It's went down the far side there. Batted on there by Max Davidson, forwards to Seamus Maher. Seamus Maher ahead of Don Leamy, shoots the ball in towards the full foul line. Some great quality ball going into that Borris-Ileigh full foul line. That can be attributed to the half-back line and their centre field, but the ball is now eventually ended with Sean Maher once again. Sean Maher staying cornerback, going away from his position and leaving a number of men behind. He passed it up along, back to covering John Ryan. John Ryan therefore over to pulls, gets at the second or third attempt and eventually goes out over the touchline. Going to be a line ball on that far side for Borris-Ileigh. So as John Cummins goes over to take it just outside his Upperchurch 65 metre line. John now with this line ball hits a lovely little chip in along, but it goes straight into the hands. Well, it was going to go into the hands, but it's knocked away from him there. The Upperchurch men having difficulty in holding onto the ball. The man that's not having is Pat Leamy, who's captain to the side and leading by example since the long ball down. But out comes Sean Maher ahead of his man there, kicks it out, added so further there by John Cummins, bringing out this that Trevor Grooms and David Brennan come out through together. Trevor has it again, then has the ball knocked in, passes it neatly inside to John Keane. John Keane, the Borris-Ileigh John Keane has it. Been brilliantly blocked down there by the other John Keane for Upperchurch. A great lockdown there, but it comes back to Aidan Cohen. Aidan over his shoulder, back inside John Keane, tries to flick it, succeeds in doing so. Not very far, but back covers John Ryan for Upperchurch. John gets a good clearance out into the centre field. The clearance goes half a stay and goes straight to Michael Ryan for Borris-Ileigh on the Upperchurch 65 metre line. Hits a high ball, holding in the air, dropping menacingly inside. Batted out somehow there for David Brennan. David Brennan dodging with the ball inside, and that could be a dangerous thing. He's coming out now ahead of Robbie. Lets the ball go to the ground. Robbie stays and comes in, but still gets in his clearance. Gets out, but it goes straight out to Borris-Ileigh John Keane, who passes it outside to the unmarked Seamus now. Seamus looks at the post, hits it high and straight. Oh dear. After all the build-up, it's gone to the right and it's gone wide, so the score remains 1-6 to 2 points. As we're just over 20 minutes gone in the first half, and Borris-Ileigh in command in most positions in this first opening 20 minutes. As Tony Burke comes to puck out now, and he's putting his right down the centre. Afterwards, Michael well neither of them get it. The man that will get it now, and it's with Niall Ryan has it now going away for just there with Dan Griffin. Dan Griffin has it. Dan tackled there by Aidan Coyle. The ball knocked away from him. Passes it outside where it comes outside to John Keane. John Keane for Upperchurch. The ball knocks off his stick there and it goes out over the touchline, and it's going to be a line ball for Upperchurch Drombane. And it looks as though there John Keane will be the taker. It's just inside the Borris 65 metre line. And Upperchurch certainly need an injection at this stage now, as John Keane takes this one low into the centre, half blocked there by Sean Preston, but the ball goes off his stick and it goes inside, and eventually this way as Niall Ryan is reading down on the ball score as the ball knocked away from him there by Max Dales and cleared out further by Dennis Kelly. We go straight out to Sean Preston. Sean can't pick it up, hits it in on the ground. It comes out to Niall Ryan. Niall Ryan looks at the ball, shoots and hits the lower of the bar. A nicely executed score there for Upperchurch. It's now 1-6 to 3 points. As Declan Maher prepares to take this puck out. Declan now coming out to take this puck out, and he hits it over to that far side in the direction there of John Cummins. So John Cummins and neither of them get it. The man that does get it now is Seamus Griffin. Seamus Griffin trying to get home to swing his stick, doesn't get it very far. Stops over there. Max Davidson in possible possession. He clears the ball very close to the touchline, gone over the touchline, and it's gone off of the Borris-Ileigh stick, and it's gone out for a line ball for Upperchurch Drombane. Seamus Griffin to take it. It's almost in the centre of the field, slightly right of centre as we look at it, and Seamus Griffin to take it. Here he comes, oh, lovely strike in this one. It's inside, but it's going, he's half stopped and breaks aside to Michael Ryan. Michael Ryan first times around into the open space there, so then it goes Macrobeat. Macrobeat now ahead there, Tim Ryan hands it outside to the on-running Seamus Maher. Seamus Maher making ground up to the 20 metre line, hits a good ball, and well, it wasn't so good. It went just to the left and went wide, so the score remains 1-6 to 2 points as the sun prepares to come out once again. Tony now with this puck out. Keeps it low this time, right out into the centre of the field. Up to John Cummins, and neither of them get it, but the man has Donald trying to get it as the ball knocked away from him there, going back collecting it as a second attempt, and again he has difficulty in Harris to come to Sean Purcell. Sean Purcell has it now. It's a high ball dropping inside in the full forward line. This could be a half blocked down there by Philip be fully blocked down there by Angelo Welch. Angelo Welch being tackled but still getting away from the tackle. He gets in his clearance, it's a shot of clearance and goes astray. It goes straight back, well, it's corrected by Brian Field, and Brian Field costing a ball right across for his into the open space once again, and Michael Ryan is back there for Borris-Ileigh and is fouled as he does so, winning himself a free, and it's going to be a free out. And looks as though Philip Beach will be the taker of this one. Set up another Borris-Ileigh attack. Philip now standing about 40 yards out from his own goal. Here he comes now. Lifts it and gets great length into it. And he'll drop about 40 yards out from post as Robbie Staken goes there, half full, and a second miss there with John Keane. That third miss, but eventually breaks the Borris-Ileigh John Keane. John Keane gets his way through two Upperchurch players and hits it, but it tails to the left and it tails wide. Well, that can be considered a chance earned by Borris at least anyway. So it still remains 1-6 to 3 points after 25 minutes of play. As the puck out is taken, this one once again, another long one, dropping down there, ball breaks, Donald Leamy gets it into the corner forward, in the full forward in Dan Griffin, and the two big men inside. Dan Griffin kicks it ahead there, he kicks it ahead, and a chance here, Mike Ryan, a chance and stay at half there, but a chance, another chance, and he's pushed out now, and it's gone out for a 65, and great brave goalkeeping there by Declan Maher, coming out and upsetting him when it looked as though a goal was on the card. So the ball eventually being tipped out to safety, and it's the safety of the sideline, of the end line, and it's a 65 for Upperchurch from back. Sean now, chance to redeem something of that chance as he drops it in, amazing ball, dangerous ball, pulled, it's a goal! It's a goal! Oh, brilliantly executed goal for Upperchurch Drombane. Well, they've got it at the second attempt. I'm not too sure who finished it to the net. It may have been Dan Griffin who finished it to the net. A lovely overhead pull, and that is certainly the best score of the afternoon, and it puts Upperchurch Drombane right back in this contest. It's now 1-6 to 1-3, just 3 points between them as Declan Maher's puck out comes way down, dropping in the 65-metre line, brought it down there, but that's Amy doesn't get it, pulled down first time by Dennis Kelly, and suddenly the crowd are coming to life. This is John Keane now for Borris-Ileigh, has the ball knocked away from there by John Ryan. Especially close to the touchline. Seamus Maher collected for Borris-Ileigh, coming outfield to make room for himself, gets in his puck just the same, right in there, half batted down, it's stopped inside there by Pat Leamy. Pat Leamy gaining in confidence as he comes out and clears the ball, and sends a long relieving clearance up there, goes over the head of Dennis Kelly. Dan Griffin out there, beaten to there by Philip Reeve, getting out and suddenly in the centre of the field, and Upperchurch in the presence there of Sean Purcell, and the ball, it's gone in, it was so near, it went off the hands of Declan Maher there, but somehow Angelo Welch clearing it off the line, and it's back there, Michael Ryan back helping his defence, hands at the shot. Pass to Sean Maher, who is himself in trouble now, being fouled as he comes away with the ball, and it's going to be a free out for Borris-Ileigh. And that was so close, because the Borris-Ileigh goal led a charmed life for a few seconds there. Philip Rabish, suddenly this game has come to life as Philip Rabish will take this puck now. Here he comes, Philip. Sending defence into attack. The ball is knocked upfield. Number of players cleared out there by Pat Leamy. Seamus Griffin coming to it now, pulling on it first time, getting into the centre of the field. Dennis Kelly misses it completely, but the man that doesn't miss it now is Seamus Ryan. Seamus Ryan low up along towards Dan Griffin. Dan Griffin half eaten by Philip Reeve. Back there is Aidan Cohen trying to help him, and also Sean Maher. Sean Maher lifts it up and hits it low, but his pass goes astray and it goes straight to Seamus Leeson. Seamus Leeson has it now, hits it high over his shoulder, lobbing it in the open space. It's practically close to that inline, and it drops harmlessly out over the inline and wide, so the score remains 1-6 to 1-3. And if this game keeps going on as it is, we should have won helter-skelter second half. Declan Maher. Declan now coming up to take this puck out. And his puck out is a good one this time. It's dropping right down the centre there. Stopped there, good stop there for Upperchurch. Pulled on first time by Aidan Cohen. Half added to there by John Keane. Comes to Trevor Groom. Trevor Groom can't hold on to it. Robbed there by David Brennan. The ball goes off David Brennan's hand out over the touchline. And meanwhile John Keane has received a knock on the leg there and is hobbling. And I'd say he's going to have some attention. He's taking a nasty gash on the shin there. One prepares to take this sideline ball, but 40 yards out from the Upperchurch post. Here he comes. Hits it low this time in there and towards Robbie Station. Robbie has the ball knocked away from him there, but the man that collects it now is John Cummins. John Cummins has the ball in turn knocked away from him, and now comes Trevor Groom very close to the touchline. Hits it over his head, a high ball, a lovely sweet stroke that goes just across the face of the goal and goes out wide despite the best efforts of Maccabi to keep it in play. And the score remains 1-6 for Borris, 1-3 for Upperchurch, as Tony Burke, who hasn't had all that much to do in the last 5 or 6 or 7 minutes or so, prepares to take this puck out now. Here comes Tony now, keeps it low once again over to that far side. But across comes Mark Stales, and Mark Stales and collecting it now, being followed all the way there by Seamus Leeson, and going away on the solo run. Thinks about a pass, passed it in to the Michael Ryan, or Trevor Grooms. Trevor Grooms looks and shoots and sends it over the bar, and that was a lovely executed score there from Trevor Grooms, taking the pass from Mark Stales and popping it over the lads. So that's what's at 1-7 to 1-3. Tony Burke to take the puck out once again. Tony getting there's a length into this one as the ball all goes up, half knocked down there by Sean Purcell. Back to Seamus Maher, scoots back in towards his own, going back to cover off, and they're about to collect it now inside his own 65-metre line. Turns around and takes a hard knock as he does up, but still recovers, and the man that has it now and gets away from it there is John Ryan. John Ryan pulls it on back there is Michael Ryan, but his ball knocked away from him there, and the Upperchurch man that pulls on it there, Sean Purcell gets it up where he gets it up there for Niall Ryan. Niall Ryan gets it inside there, as there could be more trouble inside for Borris-Ileigh. Back then a chance, and puck is locked down there, and good clearance out there by Angelo Welch. Well blocked down there by Field's shot being well blocked down, but it goes back to Seamus Griffin, who was robbed in turn by Sean and Seamus now, the two Seamuses, and Seamus leaves it after him, and Seamus Griffin recovers, and well, he loses the ball and gets the cross of John Keane, who's shown no ill effects of the injury sustained a few minutes ago as he clears the ball up. It's a long ball up there. Drobbing about 30-40 yards out, but out comes Angelo Welch, who's having a splendid game and cornerback today for Borris-Ileigh, getting the ball out down in space of John Keane. It's the two John Keanes. The Borris-Ileigh John Keane has it, gets it inside towards Robbie Staken, but gets the break of the ball there, and pulls on it for, well, it's pulled on by Mossy Ryan. Mossy Ryan has it, been tackled by two men, passes the ball out towards John Keane once again. John Keane burrowing his way through, goes to the ground, passes it back to Mossy. Mossy forgets to catch it at the first attempt, gets it at the second attempt, hits it high, under pressure, and hits it over the bar, and that's a good. I mean, I see a substitution warming up here for Borris-Ileigh just down in unders. As Borris go 5 points back in front again, and it's Robbie Staten looks as though he's coming out, and the man that's going in is Fergal Looknan now, and there's a couple of switches around. He's going full forward, and Mossy is going corner forward, and meanwhile the play continues, and it's in the possession there of John Cummins. John Cummins passed it outside towards Aidan Court. Aidan Court pulls on it first time there, takes on a hard pull there. Aidan Court taking a really hard knock there, winning himself a free from Sean Purcell there, and it's going to be a free for Borris-Ileigh, and then inside his own 65-metre line, the man to take this one is Philip Rabeat. Philip now is be a mighty free if he lobs it over, as we're not all that far away from half time. Yeah. Philip now rises it now, hits it high. It certainly is a lobbing ball, but it looks as though it's going wide. It's kept in play there, and the hazard now is David Brennan. David Brennan fouls, he comes away with the ball there, and he played for it and he won it. So it's a free out for and relief for the Upperchurch Drombane defensive players, and writing the name of Tim Ryan into the book. And Mark Rabeat is also going into the book. So first two bookings of the afternoon as Upperchurch prepare to take their free, and Pat Leamy to take this free. Rises it now. It gets tremendous length into it. It's seen Upperchurch away on another attack as the ball locked down, pulled down, but stopped there. But John Keane gets it up where he gets it out to Trevor Groves. Trevor Groves taking out of about 3 players breathing down, and he passes the ball inside, but his pass goes completely astray and is stopped there by David Brennan, whose puck out doesn't go very far. It goes straight to John Keane. John can't pick it up. Seamus Maher scoots it back in the direction there of Michael Ryan. Michael Ryan low in towards the full forward line. It goes straight through the legs of a number of players, and luckily for Upperchurch that it went through the legs of Borris-Ileigh player and went also through the legs of their players, but eventually it's stayed back, and it comes to Mark Rabeat. Mark Rabeat coming out to make an angle for himself, looks at the post, hits it high and straight and over the bar. So he puts the score now of one goal, 9 points to 1 goal, 3. So it's 6 points. Lead is built back up again. Tony Buck now to take this puck out. Tony now pucking it out once again to that far side, to the centre street. Sean Buck needed a man getting it. The man that does get him, Mark's there to Mark. Thinks about his stroke, he's half out, but he gets the second and looks for the point. So this one is going to the left and going wide, so it's still remains 1-9 to 1-3, 12 points to 6. And we must be right on half time now. Ref looking at his watch, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if this is the last action of the first half. Well, it's not going to be the last action of the first half as the puck out comes out to John Keane. Two John Keane's go for it. The Upperchurch John Keane knocks it into the centre, and it comes back there, and it's collected neatly by John Ryan. John Ryan takes the long ball inside to Dan Griffin. Oh, knocked outside. Out comes Griffin to try and pick it up. The big man getting away there, being tackled there, and being fouled there by Mark Davidson. So it's going to be a free in and a chance just before half time for Upperchurch to reduce their arrears. Should be within the compass of Donald Neamy to pop this one over again. It's straight in front of the post almost. He rises it now, hits it high, and it looks good, and it's all the way over. So it's now 1-9 to 1-4. First half, a half that seems for long periods to belong to Borris-Ileigh, but Upperchurch, thanks to that goal from Dan Griffin coming right back into it, but Borris just finishing slightly stronger with 3 points there as we approach the end of the half, and they lead at half time by 1 goal and 9 points to 1 goal and 4 points, and we're certainly promised an entertaining second half at 5 points. Is absolutely nothing in a hurling match.
Where's the ball out down here? Holding for Johnson. Holding for Johnson. Good God. Come on, John, get back in. Get back in. Come on, lads. Back up there, lads, will you? On over. Come on. I don't know. Come on now, lads, run you. Come on, John. Block it, lads, block it, block it. Come on now, John. Once the ball out now, John. Ready. Come on, Sheriff, now. Come on, Sheriff. Come on, watch the cut. Come on, John. Come on, Stephen, will you? Come on, John. Now, lads, will you knock out? We're done, John. We're done, John. Come on, John. Come on, John. Come on, One big shot. Come on now, Mike, you're right. Come on, Trevor. fuck out! Now, John, what's that? One of you now, one of you. Come on! Come on, now, lad. Come on, lad. Help him. Hurry up there, Lee, what's the bug out, don't you? What's the bug out now? Right on, Jay Cummins. I know, mate.
Come on, Jordan. Hey, Jordan.
Sergeant, I could have your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, on occasions like this, no matter what the quality of the game, the usual congratulate both teams on a great display. But today I can stand here and say it and mean it. That this was a great display of hurling from both teams. It may be the B competition, but the hurling was A quality. That goes for both teams. I sincerely congratulate Borris-Ileigh. There's been a big revival in hurling this year. Took the county champions in at 2 hours to beat you. And here you're back today taking home an under 21 title. Having said that, what can we say about Upperchurch Drombane? Only hard luck. You have a great group of players, fine sporting players, and your day will certainly come. I would also like to congratulate the referee, John Ryan. He let the game flow, and maybe that's what Tipperary hurling lacked at time. John let the hurlers play today, and they responded to the bit of latitude he gave them. I would also like to thank the Drombane Field Committee here for having everything in first-class order. So without any further delay, it gives me great pleasure to present the Michael Brophy Memorial Cup to the captain of the Borris-Ileigh under 21 hurling team. Put it up! Put it up!
At the start of the year, we were really set out our aims for the year. To have a good year at senior, which I think we had considering the last 2 years, and to win this championship, lads. And I think this championship is as good a boost to the parish as what a senior championship probably could have been this year, because we've had 6 players of the under 21 team who are in the senior team this year, and I think that looks good for the future. I have to thank 3 people in particular who made a great effort for the year, and I think in the last 2 years they took over the under 21 panel. They've had 4 championships, and they've won 3 North championships and a county championship out of it. So I think that speaks volumes for them. And they're Rory Kinnan, Pat Declan, and Father Jim. I'd like to give a sincere thanks to one man who came to the parish at the start of the year, and not too many people know him. And it was the senior management who introduced him to us. And I think he brought a level of fitness to the club that we haven't had in a long number of years, and that's Martin Flynn. I'd like to thank each and every one of the panel for putting in a super effort all year long. And one man, I think, that I feel we should mention, but for a very unfortunate incident last weekend, would have been out there doing his stuff today, and that's Adrian Ryan. And just finally, our neighbours from down the road in Upperchurch, we knew coming down here that we'd have it all to do, because as Timmy Delaney used to call them, they're very steely men. And you don't get anything stopped from the church by them. We knew that coming down, and even at half time we were worried coming out, but fair play to him to give it up to us lads for the full hour, and I'd like to give him 3 cheers for a fine sporting game. Give it!
We're back here in the relaxed atmosphere of the Soda Bar in Borris-Ileigh, and I have with me here now Rory Kinnan, the manager of the victorious Borris-Ileigh team. Well, Rory, you're certainly a relieved man this evening that game is out of the way.
Yes, Paddy, it was a sweet one, and it was one we knew we were going to win before we went down there tonight. We were completely confident, because I said to the lads last night that this was a very good under-21 team, and they haven't been hurling to their true potential the whole year. They really went down today and showed what grit was all about and what fight was all about. They were a great bunch of lads, and I'm proud of them.
Well, certainly you got the dream start. You certainly must have been saying your prayers last night.
Yeah, Trevor kicked it over the line after making a run through, and just the start we wanted, and we picked up points straight away after that. It settled the lads a bit, and the only thing, we hit a lot of wides in the first half, which, you know, we could have been more ahead at half time, but that's the way it goes, I suppose.
Well, you were, as you say, you built up your 1-3 to no score lead, and then they got 2 points. You seem to be cruising at that stage, and you're rocked back a bit by their goal when it came.
Yeah, they certainly came at us. We knew it would come at us. That had to happen. Like, they were going to come back at us, and they came back at us very strong. And we were worried. No, I had to say we were very worried because they had the momentum going and the crowd were behind them. But as it worked out, Mark scored a goal, just it knocked them back on their heels again, and we took over again. The last 5 minutes, I think we really took over the game again, you know. We well deserved to win this game, I think.
Well, now, looking through the team, and certainly there's great potential there for the future, what would you think was the strongest point in that team now out there today?
I think the sport in that team underage again next year, and I think the strongest point in that team, the whole lot of them, every one of them, there's no stars in the team. Every one of these guys give it everything, and we have no stars, and that's the way to have a team. Every guy working for everyone else out in the field.
Well, Rory, I suppose we can let you go and celebrate that, and congratulations to you again, and thank you very much. And now here at the aftermath celebration of the victorious Borris-Ileigh team, and have on my right here one of the selectors, Father O'Donnell. Well, Father, you have another county championship going back to Borris-Ileigh this year. You must have been, as I said already to Rory, you must have been praying this morning as well as everybody else.
Yeah, it's been a long year really, and there's a lot of work put in the club at all grades, right up, and there's a great juvenile club in the parish, and there's a great senior club in the parish, and today is the culmination of a lot of all that work coming together, and it's a great boost for everybody involved, whether it is in the juvenile club who already had celebrated under 16 hurling and football, or whether it is the senior club. I think everybody will take a boost from this under 21 win.
Well, it was. In the North final, you won it relatively easy. Your semi-final victory was, well, it was reasonably close in the finish. You looked in command for long periods. But today there was some scary moments around that goal.
Yeah, we live dangerously, and we had a habit in the North final and again against Father Sheehy's of going out in the second half and not really contesting it and allowing them to dictate the game to us. We started off the game today, we were 1-2 up, 1-3 up, and then we sat back and we let them dictate the pace to us, and we kind of got casual and careless in our approach, and we had to settle down and knuckle down to it and work hard, and that's what won it in the end.
Well, when Upperchurch came back to within 1 point, you certainly must have been worried then.
Yeah, we were very worried really, because there was nothing going right. We were gone out of the game in so many parts of the field just for that time, and there seemed to be nobody just able to lift it at that time, and then we got the break, and it gave great heart to the whole team, and we went on to win it. But we were living dangerously, and maybe if they had got the score, well, they could be celebrating tonight, but thanks be to God we got it. We held our heads, and all the boys hurled tremendously and showed great commitment and determination, and you could almost see from the boys themselves they weren't going to leave it behind them. They had come to a county final, and no way were they going to leave this title behind them, and that was written all over the hurling.
Well, even when Upperchurch did come back within a point, and as we've often seen, it's so hard for a team to get level, and they just couldn't get level with you, and of course Mark's goal was absolutely perfection for Hannaford at the time it came anyway.
Yeah, I was down at the other end of the field, so I'll have to wait and watch the video of it really to see what happened. But yeah, we needed an old boost, and everything came right for us. And then once we got that cushion, it allowed our lads to go out and hurl again with confidence, and it took the pressure off us. And it was a tremendous finish to the game itself.
Certainly, Borris did finish the stronger side after that.
It was a hard one to win, but the harder the better.
Never get anything too easy off Upperchurch, anyway. Well, Father, at that I better let you go and eat and drink for the rest of the night, and thank you very, very much indeed. Beside me, the man who controls the cock, which is by tradition the mascot of Borris-Ileigh. Well, Ned Harty. Well, Ned, you're certainly very, very happy man tonight, and you're lucky again today.
Very happy. Well, I brought my cock today 3 times, bringing him. I took him to Holy Cross twice, and I took him the right to sit today, and I wasn't going to take him then. I said I would take him, and the young lads asked me to take him, all the kids around the parish, and I took him, and I pulled off.
Well, of course, as has been tradition down the years, Borris-Ileigh and the cock off in the field before a county final, and it's been so lucky on so many occasions, and today was no exception.
No exception. Well, it happened in 1916. Paddy Dorsey, he had a shop above beside Upperchurch, Ileigh, Paddy Dorsey, and he it went down from the years to then. We got the Christmas ties and all the things. So the name of the game for the young lads now, and they all know that when I'm dead and gone, is a cock. You carry on the cock, the tradition. But you took him to a county final, and I took the cock to 3 county finals, and I won 3 county finals.
And hopefully there'll be one more before the year is out. The junior football has to be won yet.
Well, please God, if the cock is alive, I'll take him.
Well, there's no reason why, and hopefully maybe this cock will be alive for years to come and for even greater things in Borris-Ileigh.
Paddy, I hope so, yeah. I'm very proud of Borris-Ileigh tonight because there's a lot of work and there was a lot of talk going on about them. I tell you one thing, and they're a great crowd of young lads, and we proved that last night. We won football underage 16 and hurling, and we're beaten in our finals under 12 and everything. I tell you one thing, there's great future for Borris-Ileigh. And if you haven't that, you have nothing, you know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Well, you're definitely going to celebrate with quite a few pints tonight anyway.
Oh, yes. Paddy, I have no doubt about that.
That's as sure as tomorrow will come.
I have no doubt about that, Paddy, yes. Thank you very much, man.
And thank you very much indeed. I'll let you go and enjoy your pints. And now on my right here is John Cummins, who is manning one of the centre field berths today. John, it was a particularly tough game out around the middle, and for all of that 60 minutes out there today.
Pure hell nearly. Stop. Very rough. Very fierce siren on it.
And of course, a lot of the puck-outs and everything were lobbing in around your area, so you were involved in the action almost non-stop for the 60 minutes.
In the first half was very bad. It was coming down, thought the whole time down our wing. The second half wasn't too bad. It was moved out wing forward and wing back. It was alright.
Were you worried when the Church came back within a point, and you had, what you might say, you had a cushion of 7 points of a lead at one stage?
Thought we were gone. Thought we were shaking nearly after.
What did you think really swung it?
The goal came well, right time. Mark got the ball by stuck in the net. Came right at the right time. Into that.
Well, now
the Church wouldn't come back after that.
Certainly made a hard fight of it for a long time anyway. Well, now on my left here I have Michael Ryan, a man who was certainly in the wars today. He took a few hefty challenges, but still here to the good to celebrate all night. Michael, one of the toughest games you've ever played in, I'd say.
Yeah, it was one of the most toughest, one of the best games I've ever played, and I enjoyed it. It's a good game to play for the Church to put it up to us, you know. That was it, 60 minutes to hell.
60, probably 60 hours of heaven now. Did you think, when you started so well, did you honestly say, is this going to be just a procession of scores and we're going to win by cricket score?
No, because as soon as I seen Church get into the goal, we were only 3 points up, and we were playing kind of into the scoring goals, in the rag, and I know right then, we were going to have it hard,
Seemed to, come back then again just before half time. You ran up a few more points. Were you that bit more happy going in at half time then?
No, I wasn't really happy going in at half time because I knew the Church would come back at us. They'd never said I, So, happy to be in front, all right.
And right to the finish. Well, Michael, I let you off and let you bask in the sunshine of success anyway. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, John, as well. You're a member of the half-back line in Borris-Ileigh, a line that was under enormous pressure for periods of that second half. There must have been times in that second half when you were saying, is the siege ever going to lift?
I couldn't tell you now. There's enormous pressure on this there now in the second half. The ball is coming in top. Maybe now it's kind of quiet enough. I seen come on the far wing from Max Davidson was around the game, just coming down hard, and there's a tough odd game on that side, alright. But I got quiet enough in the second half.
Well, the Church certainly opened very, very briskly in the second half, and they really took the game to you.
Yeah, I think one stage there was only a point between us in the second half, and I thought we were going to lose the game, but we got a quick goal then, and we got a point beforehand, and I think we got a goal after that, and that put us back on track again, so I was happy enough to see that coming right.
It was really a hard physical game. No quarter given or taken.
Ah, yes, it was, it took more belts across the hands, then the lad that's knocking out, he's the dirtiest cunt I've ever played, man. But after...
You don't mind that 1-2-1?
Nah, it's many games, they play good now, and we all play good, and it's late to pick up back to Borris-Ileigh. After beating us, he's a happy man now instead.
Well, with that, Aidan Cohen, I thank you very much, and I'll let you go and celebrate with the rest of your teammates, and thank you very, very much indeed.
I love they turned up because I'm fucking starving, there's no one around here now.
With me in the centre of the Clodagh Bar here in this function room, and I'm surrounded by trophies, as you can see, and also with the captain of the victorious Borris-Ileigh team, Mark Rabeat. Well, Mark, at long last, all the silverware is back in your hands and in Borris-Ileigh's hands.
Oh yeah, it's back in Boris, Paddy. It was a great one to win, really. After having a good year with the seniors all year long, it was a great way to finish the year, you know, and I think it all goes well for the next couple of years as senior. I mean, we had 6 or 7 of the Untitled panel were on the senior team this year, like, and that speaks volumes for the lads. You know, I mean, when you have 18, 19, 20-year-olds holding their own at senior level, I mean, I don't know. I'll be looking forward for the next couple of years anyway at senior level, definitely.
Well, you yourself personally, it must be really a great satisfaction. You know, you started off the season a bad injury, come back much sooner than I think a lot of people expected, and to finish off in this way is absolutely a dream come true.
Yeah, it's really great. You know, I thought at the start of the year I was going to miss the whole year, but I got back, and I got back, but I was only sort of holding my own just about really. And the last two games especially, I was very poor, you know. But it all came sort of right today, and the main thing at the end of the day was that we won it, you know. And you can't put it down to any one man really. I mean, there was 15 lads out there, and a couple of subs that come on, and Rory and Martin Flynn and the 3 selectors, you know. And it was a whole team effort. Rocky is there as chairman, and really there was no one or two areas that you could point out that it was the winning of it. It was just everyone pulled together, and that really at the end of the day was what did it for us, you know. So.
Your own free taking really came right today, and as we know from every game, frees are such a vital thing to be able to score, and such a disaster when you miss.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got out there the last 2 days, and I mean, I had anything that went near went wrong for me, you know. So it was about time something started going over. And at the start of the match, we were saying maybe whether we'd let John Kane take him or not. And I said I'd try the first one, and I got an easy one there starting off, and they would started going over, and you know, that's the look of the game, really. You know, if they'd all gone wrong, we could have lost it. Like, but you know, I'm delighted for the club and for the sectors and everyone that we've won it now.
Well, if I can even just ask you about your injury, on a personal point of view, every game that you played, do you feel yourself getting stronger and stronger?
Yeah, you probably will. Although hopefully now with the winter break coming on, I'll give it a rest for the winter now, and hopefully next year we'll be able to come back and give it a right good shot with the North Senior Championship. And I think Timmy Delaney, by all accounts, and the lads are coming back next year. And I mean, they really brought a new dimension to the whole thing this year. Like, and you know, I'll be really looking forward to next year now after the winter break and that. Now, hopefully we'll do something good. You know.
Well, with that, Mark, I congratulate you once again. And as I say, it all is great for the future for Borris-Ileigh. Already 3 county finals here this year, and hopefully maybe another one. Junior football has to come yet.
Please God, you would never know. Thanks, Paddy.
Well, go and enjoy yourself, and thank you very much indeed. Here, the chairman of the Borris-Ileigh club, Liam Stapleton. Liam, great relief a county championship back again, and you know, everything's to look forward to in the future as well as everything else.
Oh God, there's great hope after today. They really showed determination and skill of the game that should be played today. They had to fight to the very end to beat a very gallant Upperchurch team. An Upperchurch team that threw everything they had into the match, and just the vital break at the right time, got the scores at the right time just to make the vital breaks.
Well, now the goal that Borris got starting off was something of an unbelievable dream, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a great start, and I think it had a fierce effect on the Upperchurch team as well, because it took them about quarter of an hour, 20 minutes to settle after that. We tagged down a few pints and really unsettled the Upperchurch teams at the start of the match.
Well, I'm sure they're probably saying themselves tonight that after a start like that, you're always chasing the game. And, you know, I know Borris may have died a little bit there midway through the first half and the goal went in, but it's finished very strongly in the first half as well.
They did, yeah. After the Church coming back to within 3 or 4 points, and they went back again 5 and 6 points. They were always able to get the score when they kind of wanted them. You know, they showed that bit of experience, and then you had 6 or 7 lads that had seen a hurling this year. It counted in the end, you know.
Well, it's very important, and I think I said to Father O'Donnell already that, you know, well, Upperchurch came back within a point. The psychological thing was there that they just weren't able to get level, and when they couldn't get level, they were always in trouble.
Yeah, even looking at the match now, I know people are very intense, but the Borris players took the scores very well, opened it out, and made the scores look easy.
And of course, there were some vital switches made as well, and vital substitutions made.
Yeah, the selectors worked well. They probably got criticised for the semi-final, but today they took the game by the scruff of the neck and made decisions that had to be made.
I better let you go and celebrate. As you can see, there's a slight bit of mayhem creating here behind us, so I'll let you go and celebrate. And thank you and congratulations again to be involved in such a great club.
A nice way to end the year, and thanks very much to everyone that helped out during the year.
Thank you indeed, Liam. Thank you very much. Lord, if I don't give him a word here, is Mark Davidson, the man who made some very daring runs in that first half and contributed to some great scores. Mark, you did get injured, but before that you contributed an enormous amount to this victory.
Yeah, sure. Tried my best, sure, you know. I tried my best, sure. It was good to win it, like, I mean, there was this point I was taken off, which, like, I mean, couldn't help it, like, I was injured, like, so I had to go.
Well, you made some great runs in the first half and set up some good scores, particularly there at the time in the first half, just after the goal had been conceded and all that.
Yeah.
He's getting into a little bit of difficulty.
Sorry, Paddy, I didn't hear your question.
Well, a man who's been molested here, but as I said already, that you in the first half, particularly after the goal was when Upperchurch got the goal, you made some daring runs to set up some scores to put Borris finishing very strong in the first half.
Asher was like, I mean, at that stage I thought we were going to come back at. So like I said, like, I mean, I had to do something, you know.
And then you paid dearly. You got the injury for your trouble.
Like, I mean, it was all in good faith, like, you know. I don't know how it happened. I can't even remember how it happened, Paddy, but
well, to ask you a real question now, in all honesty, do you think this injury is going to inhibit your performance tonight?
Not a fucking hope.
That's the answer I was actually expecting.
Like, you know, I'm after carrying him to the championship, like, I'm after carrying him to the county final, you know, the whole year. So I said, like, I might as well go off and give someone else a chance, you know.
Fair enough. Well, with that, Mark, I bet you let you go back and finish your soup and your pint. Thank you very Burley full forward to who caused Mossy Ryan, who caused the Upperchurch defence well, thank you very much. Thank you very beautiful wording there. Well, Mossy, now that I know you're a tremendous man at the pints. You scored a couple of lovely pints today. I mean, one anyway. You're going to make sure that you score more than 1 pint tonight, I'm sure.
Definitely. I also scored a goal. Now, many people are saying that this goal just went in. It didn't. There was a magnificent touch. A wonderful touch, a flick.
Sheer artistry, Mike.
Sheer artistry. The common man mightn't see it. But anyone that really loves the game of hurling and understands the game of hurling, they'll understand it. Yeah. And they'll see the brilliancy and the beauty of it.
Yeah. And you had this, I take it you had this goal all together visualised in your mind before you scored it.
Actually, I had no. I kept my eye on the ball. John, shut up. I just watched it, and at the right time, goal.
A nimble touch.
The nimble touch. To the onion sack, Paddy.
Thank you. You're the newfound fullback of Tipperary Senior Hurling, Paul Shelley, who was a neutral observer at today's game. Well, Paul, as a neutral observer, what did you think overall of this game?
I thought it was a tough fought, hard match, and she's fine, Mark. And Borris took off to a good start, and they were ahead of them the whole way until then the second half. The Brahan introduced Tomas Kane onto the team, and Tomas held Trevor. Trevor was doing a bit of damage, and he held Trevor in the second half, and that kind of changed things around, and they got back at him then, and Borris were too strong there in the end. They had more class players, like, and they pulled away class players like Mossy, you know, and
I'd say to be the kind of a game that is close and tough and hard, to be the kind of game you'd actually enjoy yourself, I'm sure, if you're in there.
Well, to be a small bit hard for me, you know. I wouldn't be used to games like that, you know. But I just finished, and there's only come down to South if you want to see real hurling. That's all I have to say. South tip.
Shelley, thank you. Thank you very much. A man nicknamed Dinga, who has been part and parcel of Borris teams right down for the last few years, and who was part of the Borris-Ileigh party today that won this county championship. Well, your overall impressions on a game that maybe you could even have been part of yourself.
It was a great win. It was a panel effort all year, so it's great to win in my final year as well. There's nothing better than me to get a county medal at the end of it all.
You think that this is going to augur well for Borris for seasons to come?
I'd say, yeah, hopefully it should, yeah, definitely.
Well, I suppose they say the strength of a team is in its subs, and there's certainly plenty of strength in the subs in the Borris panel today.
They did alright, yeah, and sure, considering next year there's only 2 or 3 gone off it, so they should be every bit as strong.
The only thing about it is they'll be moving up a grade next.
True, yeah, but suppose they've nothing to lose. Just go out and do it.
With that, I'll let you back to your soup as well, and thank you very much. Got all these Borris-Ileigh teams so super fit this year, Martin Flynn, and you have achieved a goal in so far as that you had your team in absolutely super condition for today once again.
Well, like you said, it was a very easy task for me, you know, because throughout the whole year, those lads, any time that they've been asked to train, there's been no problem with them. They've been more than willing to give 100% in training, and I think it proved it there again today that on several occasions throughout that game, when their backs were to the wall, you know, they pulled it out of the fire and they got down and got the vital scores when they were needed.
You certainly have this team, or any of the teams that you've been involved with, in such a way that they can finish halves very, very strongly. They might, as they say, maybe take a little bit of a breather some part of the half, but they certainly finish both halves very, very strongly.
Yeah, well, one of the things I always maintain for any team sport is stamina, and this is one of the things I worked with the lads right through from when we started back last January in Nina, you know, was to work on their stamina, because it's very easy to get the speed into them. But so many of those lads they've come through the juvenile ranks here in Borris-Ileigh, and many of them have played county at various levels. They know what they have to do if they want to win, and I think today it's great for them today, because for the future years, kind of their confidence, this will do a hell of a lot for their confidence, you know.
Well, going back to your training policy now, undoubtedly as a year progresses and fellas are super fit, but as they go on they get knocks, and how hard is it to get fellas in peak condition for a county final such as there was today? And really there was full effort from both sides there today.
That's true, you know. Upperchurch, I think, we're very confident going into this match today, but having said that, those lads, many of them have played, we'll say, on the senior panel, the under-21, that under-21 campaign, you know, throughout the year. It hasn't been easy. There's, I think, 7 of them were on the senior panel, you know. And as regards fitness, I think myself,
kind of comes down to it, you know, a lot of it comes down to their own determination. The day you take Mark, he's come back from a serious injury during the year, you know. Sean Maher has been on the minor team, we'll say. Seamus gone onto the senior panel. Those lads have proved that it's not just fitness alone. I mean, they're skillful, capable hurlers, and you know, from that point of view, I just hope that they can go on next year now into the A division, and with what they've achieved this year, it should stand from next year, Paddy, you know.
Well, Martin, I'll let you go back and finish it then, and you've done a super job, and we look forward to you doing it for many years to come. Thank you very, very much indeed, Martin. Martin Flynn, ladies and gentlemen. This is our coverage today of this county under-21 B final from the RAG. A game that started off very briskly from the Borris-Ileigh point of view. They ran up a 1-3 to no score lead before Upperchurch realised they were in a game. Upperchurch tagged back 2 more points then, but Borris pulled away. Then they were rocked by a Dan Griffin goal, which brought it back to within 3 points, but Borris-Ileigh, to their credit, kept their head and finished the first half a little bit stronger. They still led by 1-9 to 1-3 at half time. Second half opened briskly from an Upperchurch point of view. They really took at Borris. They kept pegging away. They reduced it to 1 point. Then Borris increased their lead a little bit more. And once again, it was pegged back to just 1 point when what might be considered one of the crucial goals really came when a long delivery from Philip Rabeat broke to his brother Mark, and he slotted it into the back of the onion bag. That put Borris 4 points once again in front. The exchanges were fairly evenly divided then, and Upperchurch reduced the deficit back to 2 again. But then another long lob was finished to the net by, I think it was Mossy. He's claiming the goal anyway. Whether he got it or not, we don't know. But that more or less sealed the issue. Borris ran out the stronger team in the finish, and they won this entertaining and hard-fought county final on the score of Borris-Ileigh 3 goals and 14 points, Upperchurch Drombane 2 goals and 11. And as you can see here on my left, this is the reward for a very, very hard year's work. One of the pieces of silverware, the North title, is over on my left, but this is what it's all about. And Borris-Ileigh, as you can see all around here, they're packing their stomachs with food, and I'm sure they'll be packing it with something else later on, but for now, this is what it's all about. August Leshin, Borris-Ileigh, Donna Give Galea.